Hello and welcome everyone to another Dwarf Fortress episode. In this episode we are going to set up some workshops for our dwarves so that they can start producing things from all of this stone and all of the metal that we will sooner rather than later find somewhere hidden in this mountain. So as we can see here, they have dug out the dining hall, they have dug out some roads and so on. Let's see, what shall we do first? I think we need to make sure that we have a steady supply of doors and other things, and it seems like yes, they are indeed working on that. That is brilliant. So I think mostly they're going to be focusing on removing all of the stones from this floor right about now. But I will still start building a few workshops. So, let's click B and W and let's see here. I think we are going to place a few carpentry workshops. I usually place 2 of these things just because we need a lot of beds and other things made out of wood, so we might as well have 2 of them. Mason's workshops is another thing or another building I used to build 2 of, because stone is important for the dwarves, so I like having 2 of them. Let's see what else. Excuse me. We can have a letterworks, why not? We can build that right about now. So we have it when we need it. A loom, sure, in case we need to spin all of our pigtail that we are growing into some form of fabric, so we can build with it. In that case we will need a clothier shop. Just one of these, because this is not going to be a full-time thing and they are not as crucial as the carpentry and masons workshops. A tanner's shop can be placed here, I think, close to the leather workshop. That should be fine. Crafts dwarf's shop. I will actually place 2 of these because I like making crafts like mugs or jugs, and you can actually make quite a bit of money out of these mugs or jugs because you can then sell them to another visiting trade caravan and gain a lot of money that way. So that we need, and I think we need an ashery. Yes, sure. I need blocks for that. Okay, so let's not build that. An ashery is basically, if I remember correctly, the shop in which you create the fertilizer for your farms. So we will want one of those at some point, but you need the crafts dwarf's shop first, so that you can create blocks, which can then be used to create it, so you have to do it that way. Dye shop, not that important, I don't really care about the colors. Well, it's nice to do it, and I usually build one, but not now. I think that is fine for now from these things. Now we shall just build a few furnaces, I think, so we can actually melt our metal and create things from them. So let's see here. We have where are they? Furnaces at E. There we go. I'm going to make a wood furnace first. You need wood furnaces to melt. No, not melt. You take wood, put it into a wood furnace, and then a furnace operator comes and burns the wood, creating charcoal, which you can then use to heat up all of these smelters so that you can actually melt the metal. So we'll need these first, and we'll need quite a hefty supply of wood to support it, and then we can start melting our metals. But let's have them build that and get a few of these things out of the way. Also down here I am actually going to build a a butcher's workshop, which is you. There we go. I'm going to create a kitchen so that they can make food, and a fishery, which is H. Here we go. There we go. Ah, good. Alright, then start thinking about the dining hall. Let's see, do I have tables? I do have tables, that is great. I will place the first table down, like so. Do I have doors? I do have doors, that is also good. I will place my 2 doors so that we can sort of close off our kitchen. It's a start. They will start building more sooner rather than later. Let's look at Dwarf Therapist. Let's connect it as well. So, masonry, yes. So we have 4 on that, so doors should be created at rather hefty speed. It's just that they have a lot of hauling to do at the moment, so it will take up a bit of their time, and then they are going to start prioritizing building all of these workshops and crafting, so we can actually get ourselves set up and ready for the winter, which will inevitably be coming around. But for now, I believe that the masons workshops are up and running. That is great, and the crafts workshop. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and click rock, and we are going to make. Wait, is it yet? No, it's not actually here. Let's see. I think I'm pretty certain you made blocks here. Or was that the masons workshop? Maybe it was. I just remember it incorrectly. Okay. I'm actually not going to need any of that, so that's a pity. Okay, but I'm going to create rock blocks, and that's going to be full-time that. This is going to be throne, repeat that. Door, repeat that. Coffin, no wait, not coffin, coffer. And table, yes, table. That's it. So they're going to be creating that over there, and I'm also actually going to destroy this mason's workshop. They are working on it, but I don't care about that. I am going to delete this masonry workshop and have them move further down into the depths. Also, I'm going to start creating a few stockpiles down here, so that they have some place to store all of the finished goods and also their raw goods, so they don't have to travel all over the fortress more than once when they are bringing the item there. So let's go ahead, click here. I'm going to create a wood stockpile actually. Wood is going to be stored in this room, so we'll have a nice big stockpile of room for when we eventually will have to close off our fortress from invaders and such, so that hopefully we will have enough wood stored to survive. I will actually be creating custom stockpiles, but I am going to have a furniture stockpile here. It's another good thing to have these stockpiles, because if you do not have them, then then your items are going to be stored inside of the workshops, and if items are stored in the workshop, then the work speed is going to reduce, and you're going to start have a bit of a problem that way. So it's nice to have stockpiles so that you can actually get the items out of the stockpiles and just store them somewhere else, so they do not impede your crafting speed. That's a wood stockpile, that's fine. Okay, so furniture and siege ammo. Why is this not working? There we go. Okay, furniture, yes, you will take that. I also want you to take... I think finished goods is fine in here. And I'm doing this as well, so we have 2 of those stockpiles, that's fine. Stone, not actually other stones, because then they will be hauling things all over. So I'm going to forbid other stones. I will allow clay, not economic either actually, because they will be in the dump stockpiles in the middle of the room, so they'll be quite close by anyways. Metal ores I will want to store here, because then they will be quite close by and able to use them rather rapidly. I will actually... no, I won't put that there. I'm going to go here, and I will actually allow gems as well. But I'm going to do it so that I will forbid the rough, and I will allow those here, just so we have some form of organization on it. Leather will be here as well, and armor. I don't think we need any of this else. No, that's fine. Go down here. I'm going to create a food stockpile. I think you can do this. Yes, you can. So that's great. Going to create this as a food stockpile. Allow food. disallow armor, which is for some reason allowed. So it's going to put all of the food in here, not actually seeds and fruits, which they will store in the seed stockpile up at the farm. So this way they'll have all of the food down here, nice and easy access to the kitchen, the butchers and so on. So they will butcher dead animals and so on, and they will do this actually automatically, so you don't need to push manually add the tasks in here. Then we will have cooking and so on. I think I can actually brew the drinks. That is brilliant. So I'm going to start that right away, so that we have a few drinks kicking about, as we are running rather low at the moment. Not too terrible yet, but we'll want to get that started rather quickly. Okay, so as you can see, they have started to craft here in the mason's workshops and so on. So they are creating blocks and they are creating tables and other things that we will need to build our fortress and make it look nice. I will leave the beds in here in the dormitory for now, simply because we have not yet dug out individual rooms for the dwarves, so they might as well be here. Also, I am going to delete this stockpile, have them move all the things downstairs into our other stockpiles. It's going to take quite a while for them to haul, and I believe actually I have miners that aren't doing anything, which I can now put back on mining duty. There we go. Commit that. So now we have 2 more haulers, which is good. Oh no, we lost a dog apparently. Oh well, that happens. It is Dwarf Fortress after all. Anything can happen. Hopefully no one will miss her too much, hit too much. Don't know. So we have a table, that's brilliant. Let's see if I can build a chair. Yes, I can. Great. Yeah, place that down there, here, like this. This is how I usually build what's the word I'm looking for? Dining hall. I will not want to do that. Also, I will actually want to build a few walls up here so that I can differentiate some different rooms. So let's see here. We have table, chairs, empty chairs, table. So I want to put it down here, like so. Make it out of limestone. Yes, then thank you. Leave a 2 gap should actually be fine, like that. Going to remove that one, so they will build a wall there. This is just, I think it looks a bit nicer. You don't need the walls in Dwarf Fortress, as no matter how big you build your rooms, things will not collapse. Let's see, yeah, let's make sure the 1, 2, it's actually 1, 2 small. That's a pity. Is it? Let's have a look. Oops. There we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's too small. That's a pity. Okay. But I need to remove this then. Let's build that wall, and I'm going to go ahead and place, not like that, like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1 there. I guess it's fine not to have tables right up against the wall at which the food stockpile will be, so that should be fine. We'll just have a few walls in here between, so we can split up the dining hall a little bit. Not have doors either. They are working on it, so that's fine. They're working on this. They will sooner rather than later probably get around to hauling all the things into better places, and sooner or later we will have a nice looking floor here. It will just take a while for them to haul, I think. Yeah, they are designated to be dumped. I even think there's a dumping stockpile, and there is. So this single stack here is going to contain a lot, and I mean a lot of stone. And it's nice to trick the game, I guess, into storing all of these stones into a single stockpile and a single tile. It's nice doing that. It's not actually tricking the game, as they have built it in and you are allowed to do it, I believe, so that's fine. Wait, let's see, where is that here? They have stone and metal ores. They will bring the gold nuggets sooner or later in there. Oh, they're actually building the walls, how nice. Not taking that long, and it will look nice. Okay, farming's going alright. Oh! So, we now have autumn. That's interesting. Let it save for a moment. Not responding, but that's fine. It does this all the time. So, as I was saying, we will actually need a stockpile outside as well, in which I think I will be placing all of the dead corpses and all the refuse, which we will be what's the word I'm looking for here? Generating sooner or later. So I might as well get that set up. So let's go here and refuse. You know, no, not that. Here we go. Refuse. The reason you would want this stockpile outdoors is quite simple. If you have the type or the refuse things inside and in an enclosed space, then then the refuse will start to rot, and it will create miasma. What's going on here? Disrupted by what? What do we have here? No, nothing. That's interesting. Is it here? No, it's not that. Yes, unit list, there we go. So here you can see all the things which are on the map at the moment. Others, that's IKEA, what is that? View unit. A small green intelligent mountain parrot. And that's interrupted your fishing, sure. Why not? Okay, yes, but as I was saying, if you do not have the refuse stockpile outdoors, then miasma will be created from the rotting refuse and body parts and so on, creating unhappy thoughts for the dwarves. You can, if you want, to create a indoors stockpile, like dig out in here so that they don't have to walk outside to drop off all the refuse. A thing to consider then is that you will need a door. If you have a door in between the stockpile and the rest of your fortress, then the miasma will not be able to go through your door, and it will stay inside of the room, so the dwarves will only be unhappy when they have to go in and dump more things. I think, if I remember correctly, this can also be done by just creating a corner. Like, for instance, digging out here and then building a room here. Then the miasma should not spread, if I can remember correctly. Which is another rather nice trick. You don't have to use doors then. Didn't I slate that for removal? Yes, so they're going to do that sooner or later. It's all work in progress, really. We are creating blocks, that's brilliant. This is another reason why you want bins. As you can see here, the blocks are already piling up here. And if you have bins, you can store them all in a single tile again. These are bins here, and they will be storing bars and blocks apparently, and so on. So they are really nice. I will actually suspend this one because that is going to take a lot of effort, as they will just keep on doing that, and it's not too crucial. You have to wait on that. So, but we have now set up our workshop. That is brilliant. So I will actually have them dig out all of these rooms as well. I'm going to use the mouse because that's going to take a little bit less effort. There we go. There we go. So you're going to dig those out, and then we can build a few more buildings. Let's see, what do they need? Architecture, sure. And then furnace operator, I think, and then they will come and create those things. Or workshops. So they are brewing drinks. Our drinks are going up. We already have 90 of them, which is brilliant. The dwarves will now be really happy with us as overlords. Food is still looking good. We have over 300 plants. They will not get meat, but that's life sometimes. They can pretend they are vegetarians or something. Oh, carpentry workshop was built. Nice and dandy. Good, good, good. So we can create a few more beds. Well, do we need more beds? Yes, we do need more beds. I will create a few beds. And let's see here, barrels, always need barrels. I'm going to create here. Not blocks, I don't care about blocks. Cages, no. Door, nah, no. Bins, yes, I need bins. The reason I'm creating them out of wood and not stone is, well, I don't know, I don't like having everything made out of stone, and dwarves will not be seeing the bins anyway, so I figure, well, let's make them out of stone. They will weigh a little bit less, and it will be easier to carry around, so that should be fine there. They'll work on that at one point or another. But they are hauling and building, so I guess that's fine. So we have now set up our workshop area, and they are going to start digging out and hauling things. So, you know what, I think I'm going to put a cut in the episode right here, and I'm going to let the dwarves haul a little bit so it looks a little bit more tidy when I come back to it. So, thank you very much for watching this another new episode of Dwarf Fortress, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.